Want to watch the music videos as we review them? Head to vimeo.com/headfulofradio. The video reviews will be released in sync with the podcast.
Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out.
All right, I'm just going to go right into the next one. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. It's December 31st, and we are on episode 105. There is no surprise what today's episode is. It's No Surprises.
Yeah. See, I feel like someone would expect me to boo in that case scenario, but I'm actually going to give the opposite reaction. I'm a really big fan of puns.
Oh, well, that's Chase, by the way.
Oh, hello.
And Nico is here as well, liking everything.
I am. I'm going to be very conscious to not, but we'll see. Sometimes it will break through.
I almost feel like I have made you shy, and I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean, there we go. It's begun. I can't help it, so it will naturally just overcome me whether I want to or not.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of history on No Surprises. Chase, we've listened to this already, Nico. This was the fourth single from OK Computer. Tom wrote this while on tour in 1995. It was recorded the following year in 1996. He described it as a fucked up nursery rhyme with a gentle mood and harsh lyrics, conveying dissatisfaction with social or political order. This is a very iconic music video for people of my age group, I would probably say, and is very I don't know what the word I'm looking for is to describe it, but I should just make it speak for itself. Are you both ready for this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the New Year's Eve vibe, but let's go with it.
Yeah. Well, it's you know what? It's a pretty song with harshly, weirdy, saddy lyrics. So if you don't listen to the words, it's a nice New Year's Eve song, or it's kind of more of a lullaby.
Okay, is it going to give pumped up kicks where I just kind of oh, this is a nice beat? And
No, do you know the song? Do you know the song "Wouldn't It Be Nice" by the Beach Boys?
Yes.
Yes.
It's sort of in that tone, but
Okay.
with sadder lyrics.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The subject of the song is as someone who's trying hard to keep it together but can't. So actually, that's pretty good for New Year's Eve.
Oh, watch
does seem
this.
like-
This is going to tip me to drink, so that's a good start, I suppose.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to let you both take this in and maybe be a bit quieter and answer any questions you may have. So 3, 2, 1, go.
I know him.
Just an extremely wide ear profile.
Do you like the scrolling lyrics?
Is it supposed to be back to
Yeah, I
front?
don't know if it's supposed to be backwards.
Kinda. Do you see what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, I hear with the little jingle in the background for sure.
Yeah.
I love how so different he looks across videos.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, I remember this.
You've seen this before?
Well, I remember, it's very reminiscent. I don't remember the exact music video, but it was where they had the water tank on the head.
Ah.
Damn, this is dark.
Maybe it is this music video. I don't know.
I just wish this was a video of you two staring at this part.
Just seeing furrowed brows and concern.
Watching your reactions, yeah.
I really like the light thing that they've got going on.
I do too.
It's simple but really effective.
It draws you away from wondering how much longer he's going to be under there?
I actually wasn't even conscious that he wasn't probably finding that easy to breathe.
You
and
are
I'm
now.
very aware of it. Yeah.
He's taking it like a champ.
And there we have No Surprises.
Well.
I like that a lot. I really do.
Nico will be watching a documentary about Radiohead that came out in 1998, I believe. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there is a portion of the documentary that shows behind the scenes of them filming this video where they speed up the song so that he could still hear it while he's underneath the water, but he has to still hold his breath for a while.
I feel like I've seen that before, but I don't remember when or where.
I'm trying
Does
to
that mean he's
bring up...
holding his breath for even longer than he looks like?
No.
Shorter, opposite.
Yeah, shorter.
Okay.
So I'm just... Yeah, here. Well, I'm going to put this on. This is the making of No Surprises. It's available on YouTube. I'll add it in part of the thing. But this will be, Nico, you'll see it. I don't know if you'll see more than this or not in the documentary, but just so you can see it. Here it is.
God, that would drive you mad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What was the fail safe? Were they just gonna hit it with a hammer or something?
That actually makes me so uncomfortable.
This one is intense.
God damn.
Yeah, that did not look very comfortable.
Oh my gosh. I'm literally getting anxiety watching this. Ah.
There you go. Now you get to see the making of,
Dang.
the angry making of.
Yeah, I would like to sign up to not do.
And I can totally understand his anger behind that last one, because it's like, fuck, right?
Yeah.
like,
How many more times do I have to do this?
That's super
And you're basically
chill.
trapped.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. How do you feel about the song versus the video? Because you guys were so much quieter. Generally, when we do some of these ones, there's been a lot of talk. So, like for example, High and Dry, where the video was so all encompassing, you were interested more in what was happening than hearing the song. Right. But I feel like this one really brings the song out, if that makes sense.
Well, I think what in a weird way helps is that it's like visually there isn't a ton going on. Right. Like a lot of active stuff. Like, it sets the scene pretty early on, and then it just sticks with that scene pretty consistently. Right. So it's like one of those things where, once you understand the general theme of the music video, it's now time to like, okay, now I can just focus on what that means. How the theme of the music video plays into the lyrics. So it definitely leads itself to want to be more focused on the lyrics than other things.
So what would you give this as a rating for? How would you rate this video? Chase.
Great question. I'm thinking. Can I go last?
Sure, Chase.
All right, Nico, you're. Oh, by the way, I just read a little thing on Wikipedia saying, to reduce the time in which he had to hold his breath, they sped up the song, as you heard, doubled the camera speed, and then decelerated both the song and frame rate after the water drained. Although he had demonstrated that he could hold his breath for over a minute in stress-free conditions, when shooting, he found it difficult to hold his breath for more than 10 seconds before draining the water. The day turned into a horror show. It was repeated torture.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, after many failed attempts, some of which is not in what we saw, he had to get coaching from the assistant director to get him to finally finish one.
Yikes. Yeah, that sounds intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nico, how would you put this into a score?
It's a tricky one. I think I like the song just as is.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't really know what you can do with the song too much. Like, I feel like the song allows for a lot of just, I guess, your own projection and like thoughtfulness on its own. Whereas this, I guess, was kind of as simple as it was, and like as Chase was saying, it like just kind of stuck to the one scene. It was quite unnerving, so you couldn't just kind of like go off into your own little like headspace. I feel like it was just a bit kind of like, I feel like I was sitting there kind of just looking a bit like concerned.
Right.
So I wasn't just off in my own world, like kind of thinking. I feel like I was quietly just looking on, like, oh. So yeah, I guess that's effective in one way, but like, I don't think it would be correct to say that I enjoyed it per se.
Right.
So yeah, it's a tricky one. I feel like I'm naturally inclined to just go for an Ed, right. Which that's seems like choice. A not very like notable score, but that's what I'm going with.
All right, Chase. Chase is still quiet, so
I am still. Oh, am I? Can you hear me? Am I muted?
No, you were just. I said your name, and you had a moment. And you're like, well, maybe he's still thinking about how to process all of this.
I am still thinking about how to process it. I mean, I want to give it I think personally, I want to give it a Johnny.
You can do halves,
Yeah, can I? I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna stay firm, and I'm just gonna stay firm with a flat Johnny, and just go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just for fun, I'm going to go right in between the both of you and say I'm going to give it an Ed and a half.
I like that. Look at that. Because we're splitting the wickets.
Just seems right. Thank you for that, gentlemen. I'm sure things will get better as they move forward.
I don't know if I trust you anymore.
Less depressing.
We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
See ya.
This podcast is recorded on Discord and is edited in GarageBand. The intro and outro music are Radiohead covers and can be found on Spotify under the band Lift. That's Lifte, with F as in Foxtrot. Also, find us on TikTok and Vimeo under the name @Headful of Radio.